One tiny part of Indonesian grammar causes huge confusion for learners. And it is this little word, nya. You probably learned first that nya means his or her or their, right? For example, bukunya. This could be his book or her book. Simple enough. But then suddenly, Indonesians use nya everywhere. For example, makanannya enak. The food is delicious. Okay, whose food? Not clear. Is it his food, her food? Right? Then you hear orangnya baik. The person is kind. Again, which person? And then another thing happened. Mobilnya besar. The car is big. Now learners start panicking because nya does not always show ownership. So here is the thing. Sometimes nya is used to make the noun sound more specific, more natural, and more conversational. Now here is the interesting part. Indonesians often use nya even when ownership is completely obvious or not important at all. For example, gimana kabarnya? How is it going? Literally, how is the news or state? Nobody is thinking, who's kabar? It just sounds natural. Now, here is the problem for learners. English speakers want everything to be logically clear. But Indonesian often allows meaning to stay flexible and contextual. Now, here is the key idea. Nya is not only grammar. It's also a naturalness marker in Indonesian. And Indonesians use it constantly. Now, here is the deeper idea. This is why Indonesian can feel easy in the beginning, but deeply confusing later. Because tiny particles completely change the feeling of the sentence. And that's exactly why inside my Natural Indonesian ebook series, I explain things like nya, particles, and other important unexplained part of Bahasa Indonesia. Because this is the part that textbooks usually never explain properly. So if you want to sound more natural in Indonesian, you can get my ebook, okay, and I will teach you properly about how to use particle in Bahasa Indonesia. I hope this is useful for everybody, and bye-bye. Thank you guys.